In this video, we are going to see how to send new FormSite form submissions to Google Contacts. So let's say that you're using FormSite as a form builder application, and every time a new response is received, you want a contact to be created in Google Contacts with this information. How can that be done? For this, you will have to set up some integration between the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be FormSite, your action application would be Google Contacts. Now, how can you do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process? To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes. And also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in. And here we have reached the all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application. Let's click on create workflow. A dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is to send new FormSite form submissions to Google Contacts. So every time a form has been submitted through this FormSite application, then automatically the information should become a contact in our Google Contacts. So now I'm going to click on create. And here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens. Action is do this. Here action is the response of our trigger application. Now in this particular workflow, my trigger application would be FormSite. So here it is. And now the trigger event. So this is the event that will make my workflow run. So I'm going to click on this and click on new form result. This is the event. And here we have received a webhook URL. So this is the URL that is going to act as a bridge for connecting FormSite with Pabbly Connect. Here I'm going to copy the URL that we have received, and now we have to follow the steps to set up this connection. So I've already logged into my FormSite. So I'm going to take you there. And here we have to go to support. Then we have to go to form settings. On the left hand side, you can see integrations. Let's click on this. Then we have to go to server post. Here you can see two options, edit and delete. Let's click on edit. And now this is the server URL. So I'm going to delete this and paste the one that we have just copied. The message format has to be JSON. And now I'm going to click on save. So here we can see that our changes have been saved. Going back to Pabbly Connect, here we can see it is asking us to do a test submission so that the response can be gathered here. Now for this test submission, I'm going to open the contact form. So this is the contact form, FormSite contact form. You can create this and you can have as many fields as you wish to have. So now let's say the mobile number is this. Now the name here is testuser123. Then the email address here is testuser@pabblytudes.com. Let's click on submit. So here we can see that the form has been successfully submitted. Going back to Pabbly Connect, here we have received the API response. So we have received the email address. If I take you down, this is the name and this is the mobile number. So once we have received this information, what do I want? I want this information to be added as a contact in Google Contact. So my action application here would be Google Contact. So let's go down and here we have the Google Contacts. Now the action event. So here it would be create contact. So every time we have received some data through this form submission, then automatically a contact should be created in Google Contact. Let's click on connect. Here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Google Contacts account. Let's click on add new connection, then sign in with Google. Here we have to select the account. So once done, we have to provide it the access. So let's go and click on continue. And here we can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Google Contacts is now connected with Pabbly Connect. Now we have to map this information. So here we can see that we are asked for the first name, last name, then we have the other details. But we have received the information, the name information as a single unit. So I have to basically split this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another action step, which is a feature by Pabbly, text formatter. Let's click on this. And here the action event would be to split text. Let's click on connect. Now the text to split. So I want the name to be split as first name and last name. So I'm going to click on this, go to step 1, and here we have the name. So let's click on this. And now the separator. So here, how do we write it? So we have, like, for space as a separator, we have to use this. So I'm going to copy this, and here I'm going to paste this, right? Now the segment. So I want both the segments. So I'm going to select all and then save and send test request. Now here we can see that we have received the information. This is the first name and this is the last name. So let's quickly go down. Here I'm going to refresh this connection. Let's select the existing connection and save. And here now I'm going to map this information. Mapping basically means that I already have this information in the previous step. I'm just going to retrieve it. And how do we do that? Let's click on this. And now I'm going to go to step 2 for the first name. So this is the first name. This is how we map. Now the last name. So again, I'm going to go to step 2. And here, this is the last name. So why is mapping important? Mapping is important because if I write this information manually, then every time the workflow runs, it will only take the manually written data. So we will never get the desired result. So that's why mapping is extremely important. Now once this is done, I'm going to go to email work, and here I'm going to map the email address, and then we have the phone number. So let's go to this, and this is our phone number. So once we are done with this information, I'm going to take you down, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here you can see that a contact has been created as we have received the API response. So to check this, I'm going to take you to my Google Contacts. Let's go to Contacts, refresh this, and here you can see test user 123. This is the email address and the phone number. So this contact has been created. This basically means that this integration process is a success, but we also need to check this in real time. So I'm going to take you back, and here I'm going to fill in another form. So let's say the mobile number here is, then we have the name. So let's say it is dummy user. Email address is dummy@pabblitudes.com. Let's click on submit. So as soon as this has been submitted, what should happen? Automatically a contact should be created in Google Contacts. Let's go there, and I'm going to refresh this page. And here you can see that our contact has been created. So this means that our integration process is a complete success. Now let's quickly check what we have done. So here our trigger application was form site, and the event was new forms result. The action application here was Google Contacts, where the event was create contact. Now to split the name, we had chosen a feature by Pabbly, which is text formatter, and that is it. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the description box of this video. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any other integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.